It's Monday, October 10th here. We're just out starting soybeans. I got just a little bit done. We're working on getting the combine all set up. Getting a little bit of head loss, a lot more than I'd like, but they are 9.5%. The stalks are still plenty chewy. There, we still got some big beans yet. I do have 40 feet going into 4 foot of a swath here, so you are going to see more than average compared to watching other YouTubers. That ain't bad, something to start from. Some of you are probably thinking, why in the world am I dumping it into our feeder wagon? Well, my grain cart don't have a scale on it, and the feeder wagon does. So I use the feeder wagon as the scale to know how much to calibrate my yield monitor. Working on end rows here. This is the first time in about 20 years that we've had something other than a 4630 on this grain cart here. We ended up dropping all the bearings out of the bottom end of our 4630 last fall, so we sold it for a 4755, and now we got that sitting in the shop. So we got the 4960 on the grain cart. I'm betting he's sure liking that a lot more. That 4630 was maybe 140 horse on a good day. Yielding pretty good. For as dry as we were, we managed to get enough rain. But the beans are dry, so they're 9.5% right now. Still here working on opening up the field, and I couldn't even make it halfway across the field, so I had to pull out, turn around, and dump on the grain cart. Really liking this camera. I just wish I could figure out how to, if it's possible, to set it to turn on when I unload. Few pods in there, but just getting started for the first day. It's acceptable, I guess, for now. That's a wrap on the first night. Only started at 5:30. There's about 43 acres on the day. Pick her up tomorrow again. Little different sight to see. We need something with a scale to calibrate the combine, so we use our feeder wagon. Day 2 of combining soybeans. Yep, dead batteries already. Had to jump it yesterday, had to jump it today. Great start to soybeans. Going here in the second day of soybeans. Had lost a bolt for one of my cyclo guards, so the poly shoe was sliding. Had to go around the yard and get that because I didn't grab any bolts when I started. Working on the last round of this field. we'll be moving over by those silos there from my brother's place. I got 240 acres of beans there. Start on that today and finish it up tomorrow. Round and a half left here on our first field. The neighbor's right across the fence, or it's just on his last pass. Shoot, if I wouldn't have had my bolt pull out of the sickle, we both would have been getting done at the same time. That's a wrap on the first field for soybeans. Move across the road and start a 235 acre piece at my brother's. Opening up the second field. All the heifers got to come see what's going on now. Left over. Land of grass heifers this year. Finally, getting rid of my volunteer corn eyesore. A lot of this came off our chopper head. There's no gathering chains or anything, it's just Kemper rollers, and an ear falls off here and there. Well, it was getting pretty dry last year, so we started losing a lot more ears. Knocking out the acres here. About 120 acres on the day. 1 or 2 more rounds left and we'll be moving onto the short rows by the grove. It's been pretty smooth sailing here today. Had very few hiccups. This morning I had to adjust my faceplate on the feeder house of the combine. My sickles are running at a slight decline of an angle, so it's getting some more beans rolling off. So I flattened that out a little bit and that helped my header loss exponentially. I've opened up the sieves a little bit and turned the fan up, and I've been able to clean my sample up a lot. And I'm not kicking beans out the back end anymore, which is always a plus. Well, it's been a pretty uneventful day, which is good for me, but bad for YouTube because there's not a lot of exciting content to happen, I guess. We're had a good day. It's about 11 o'clock now. We're on the last round of the field. Grain cart coming up alongside me to dump. We're sitting at about 192 acres on the day. I remember just a couple years ago when 100 acres would be a pretty big day. But now we're doing about double that. Oh, we're plugging. Next time, enjoy. God bless.